bigger than you, so. What's you?
Just
Probably WrestleMania 19. Most memorable match, yeah. Does anyone have any book questions at all? Other than the Pro Wrestling Illustrated interview? Do you have a book question, Pink?
Yes.
Cool.
Does the Jericho curse apply to anything beyond wrestling?
Oh, nice. The Jericho curse is like this horrible thing that happened to me whenever I had my first match in a new company. It always sucked. It was terrible. And I don't know why that was. I started calling it the Jericho curse. And it didn't matter what company it was or what country I was in, that first match was just a real stinker. As a matter of fact, the one that I had, the first time I worked in New Japan, they had me do this gimmick called Super Liger. And the Jushin Liger was like this masked guy, and he had these horns, and he had this really cool gimmick and this really cool angle, and I was coming in for the first time to be his evil nemesis, Super Liger. So they had me at the Tokyo Dome, which is like 70,000 people, and working this match, and I was wearing the exact same costume as him, the mask. And so I showed up the day before, and they gave me this mask was like covered in like red mesh, so you couldn't really see anything. And then there's a little hole like this for the to breathe in and out of. So and then this bodysuit was made of like really thick spandex, like a scuba outfit. So I could hardly move. I felt like I was like in a body cast or something like that. And plus you're in Tokyo Dome, 70,000 people, first time in New Japan, first time wearing a mask. I was so nervous. And the crowds in Japan are very silent. They watch, they're very studious. So you could be in the ring doing like all these crazy moves or having a great match and no one's making any noise. So they think, do I suck? Like, what's going on? So I was working this match, and the first thing I tried to do was jump to the top rope or something, and I slipped and I fell straight down and just like wiped out, crashed. And everybody in the Tokyo Dome started laughing. So if you get the Japanese crowd who don't make noise to make noise, and they're making noise while laughing at you, you know you suck. And so that was actually the debut and the retirement of Super Liger in one night. So does that apply to anything else? No, I'm pretty much great at everything else, but just my sex life is pretty Jericho cursed as well. How about you, man?
Me?
Yeah.
How was it like when you debuted in...
Okay, arm wrestling trick, and you can say yours too.
Oh. How did you feel when it was the night of your debut?
I'll answer that one first. The arm wrestling trick, I'll show it to you in private when it's just the two of us at the signing. There's a trick that I learned from Scott Norton, who's an arm wrestling champion, that I can win anytime with an arm wrestling match. It's a secret little trick. I'll never have another arm wrestling match again now that I've said that, but I've never lost it using this trick. So, and debuting in the WWE was awesome. It was like 9 years of hard work, going through all these trials and tribulations to finally get there. The countdown clock that we used was actually my idea. I saw it in a post office. They had a countdown to the new millennium clock. I thought, wow, that'd be a great way for someone to come into the WWE. Screw someone, that's a great way for me to come into the WWE. So that kind of was the whole idea behind it. And then the clock ended right in the middle of The Rock's promo. And so to come out after 9 years of working to follow this dream, to get to this journey, and then to be at such a high level was a real dream come true. And that's kind of really what the crux of this book is. The theme of it is not so much a wrestling book, it's more of a follow your dreams tale. If you have something that you really want to do, you got to go for it. And don't listen to people that tell you can't do it, because there's a lot of them. And you know, you can't listen to that. You have to put the negative energy aside. And that's kind of really what I wanted to get across for the book. And I wrote it just as much for non-wrestling fans as I did for wrestling fans, because it's, like I said, it could be written about a blacksmith or a sailor or a florist or whatever. It just happens to be this is my dream in the world of wrestling. Is that a text for me? Hello? Hey. Yes, you.
What was your favorite type of match at Hell in a Cell?
All those gimmick matches, we call them Hell in a Cell, and all those ones are hard. They really are. You know, wrestling is show business first and foremost, but that elimination chamber is the worst, because it's really made out of like this corrosive steel. Your back looks like you're a whopper. You know, flame broiled. I hate that thing. That was designed by someone who's not a wrestler. Like, oh, we'll make this cage, and it'll be made out of pure corrosive steel, and there'll be little boxes that you stand in, and then it'll be really fun. It's horrible. So we'll do a couple more of them. How about you way over there? I know you. I saw you in the airport once.
Anybody hasn't read the book, it's almost like you're kind of taking an adventure with them. But once you got to the big film, you kind of ended it almost like they're giving a little bit more to tell, where career is all said and done, you might go with continuation?
Yeah, I wanted to write the book like the movie Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash movie, where they took just a segment of Johnny Cash's life, didn't try and stuff everything into one movie. And that's kind of the idea that I wanted to do with this book. I originally was just going to write it on my time in Mexico. I thought that was very interesting, like a real, like I said, a stranger in a strange land coming of age story, because I was only 21 or 22 at the time. And then when I pitched the idea to my publisher, they wanted me to do a little bit more. So then I realized that the natural storyline, once again, like I said, was this journey that I took to make it into the WWE and all these things that I went through. And the beginning of the journey is having this dream at 8 years old, and then the middle is going for it, and then the end is when I get there. So the end, I get to the pot of gold, I achieve the dream, yay, everyone's happy, babies are singing, and birds are chirping, and everyone's happy, and that's the end of the story. So organically, I could do another one picking up seconds after the last one left off, kind of like Halloween 2, Michael Myers rises from the dead and go on to the next movie. So I think we're already started to think about that, and it'll probably happen. Especially since this book, people are really digging it, and it's doing pretty good, so I think the publisher's probably going to want to do another one. It takes a long time though, man. It took me 2 years to do this, so it's not going to be anytime soon. I'm lazy enough as it is.